Hi everyone, I hope you've had a good week. I've been mega busy booking June, July and August holidays. One of the questions that I get asked a lot actually is, should I wait for a late deal? And I have a very simple answer to that is no. I believe the cheapest deals are when you book as far in advance as possible. What happens is on the flights, what you'll find is we all know the majority of the cost of a holiday is the flights. And what they do is you have to think of it as if the economy class section, the good, 200 odd seats, are chunked up into 20 seats each. The first 20 seats are the cheapest, and then as the seats sell out, they go up in price and up another bracket. So in theory, the closer to the departure date that you get, this is when the flight prices become really expensive. So if you can put down a deposit a year in advance, I am booking holidays to Florida up to December 2016 at the moment. So you can book far in advance in some destinations. But if you can put down that deposit early, that is when you'll get the cheapest seats. Now, we know late deals do exist, but it's kind of how they're marketed. They'll never be as cheap as they were 12 months ago, 18 months ago. But obviously they've got a few rooms to fill. They've got a few seats to fill on the plane. So all of a sudden it's, slash the prices and make it look like a deal when in fact it probably was cheaper further back. So airlines know how people work. Leisure travellers normally book further in advance than business travellers. Obviously business travellers book last minute when their arrangements are made for meetings, conferences, etc. And they know that those flight seats will fill up. They don't have to drop those final few seats because they know the business travellers are going to come in and pay a premium for them. So they would rather sell a few seats at a higher cost than fill up all the seats at a lower cost because they'll make more profit that way. So even have a few empty seats on the plane is not a problem for the airlines because they make more profit. So that means that your holiday cost a few days out doesn't get any cheaper, but what it does for you is it limits your choice. So if you've got families, if you've got kids clubs that you want at the holiday resort and you need certain room allocations, your choice has become very limited. It's best to book early to get those deals. So just to give you some little hints and tips, if you can fly at less sociable flight times, I'm sure you know this already, then they come cheaper than flying in the morning or in the afternoon. If you can do weekday flights, they can also come up cheaper than weekend flights. And also if you can go to destinations where it's classed as the rainy season. You take a place like Antigua, people will avoid that in the months of July and August because it's classed as the rainy season. But in theory, they get very little rain in those months. And so they can be cheaper with hotels discounting at about 50%. So I would say book early, get that deposit down, get the cheapest possible flight price, and that is where you'll make the best deal. So I hope that's useful. But as always, if you need anything, give me a shout and have a good week, and I'll speak to you next week.